Hey guys, I received my 2018 Urban GS 2 days ago, and today was my first ride. Conditions weren't ideal, but since I received the bike this week, I had to take it out for a spin. So here are my impressions after 300 kilometers in the saddle today. The 80s GS styling is somewhat polarizing, and you'll either love or hate it, but I must say it looks better in person than it does in pictures. I did get a few thumbs up today, but it might also be because I was about the only motorcycle on the road. The Powertrain is BMW's classic air oil cooled boxer engine fitted with a 6-speed very close ratio transmission. By very close ratio, I mean that sometimes you shift and you almost feel like you're in the same gear. The revs don't drop much and the 6th gear feels more like a 5th. I also hit a few false neutrals today, but maybe it's just because it's new, or I was wearing 10 layers of clothing, or I might just need to adjust the shifter position. Otherwise it operates very precisely and smoothly. The engine feels very vibey at idle. Some will say it has character, others that it's agricultural. Personally, I love it. And once you get going, the vibrations are well under control even at highway speeds. One thing that really surprised me is the exhaust note. It's as loud as my Triumph Scrambler with an aero exhaust and modified baffle. I have no idea how the engineers got that approved, but it's really fantastic. It growls under load and pops on deceleration, just brilliant. As for the handling, it's fairly nimble considering the weight and the 19-inch front wheel, and it's super stable. Suspensions are great on small imperfections, but in the rough, they could use a bit more travel. The twin-rotor Brembo brakes perform as expected with fairly aggressive initial bite. Both brake and clutch levers are adjustable. My Urban came fully equipped with heated grips, alarm system, traction control, and spoked wheels. The heated grips were a blessing today and kept my hands warm down to around 0 Celsius. The traction control intervenes delicately except when the front wheel is about to lift off. Then it shuts the throttle pretty abruptly. With that said, it can be disabled with the press of a button while riding. Same for ABS. I'm 6'1", 34 inseam, and felt the ear rolls were pretty good. I'll just replace the handlebars for a higher version to bring them a bit closer and higher. And talking about the handlebars, for some reason BMW assume you will buy their GPS mount and or will never mount any other accessories on the handlebars. There's very limited space to where I could install my RAM mount. Swapping the handlebars will address that as well. If you're considering buying this bike, I think it's important to be well aware of the maintenance schedule. In this case, it's somewhat a high maintenance bike with the valve check every 10,000 kilometers and the recommended 93 octane fuel grade. Many gas stations only have 91, some have over 10% ethanol, which isn't good either. Personally, I would have preferred losing maybe 3 or 4 horsepower and having the bike optimized to run on 91 at most. It's not the end of the world, but I guess it's something that's still important to know before you buy. Overall, I'd say I'm very happy with the bike. It's extremely fun to ride. And did I mention it sounds great? I'll certainly post another video after the 10,000 kilometer maintenance. Just let me know if you have any comments or questions, and ride safe.